shy of midfield.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Jump, yo, lady.
Darnold from the gun. It's caught. It's Miller. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That's good for 28 yards.
That's another Rams first down. First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
So first and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 23. This is Hunt on the draw play. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Watch the curl. He's checking. Crash. Switch. Check 13.
On the delay, here's Hunt. And they'll get this down to the 10. It's a first down on a gain of 10. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Now, after the run by Hunt, here's first and 10.
Big Ed.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. A good run on first down, and now they contemplate a second and goal situation.
At the 1-yard line.
On second and goal, the lone man in the backfield is Hunt.
Double time. Hey. You got that?
And they'll try the air now with Darnold. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. And I do believe this is going to wind up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play? Wow, what a disaster. You talk about a guy making a good play on the interception and then just trying to be too cute on the return.
It almost felt like his own gyroscope really got out of whack, didn't it? Going backwards into your own end zone after such a great play. Totally disoriented and gave up 2 points for his team.
We got this.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right?
He's got a man complete. A big play there for L.A. 43 yards.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5.
Alert 3. Lady. Hey, alert 3.
They'll run with Hunt on second down. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Tackled by Jordan Willis.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Darnold. This is caught. And he'll taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
They brought in the heavy set on third down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation, and sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a first down.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
You got tight right there. Hey, lady. Hey, lady.
They'll try to run with Hunt, and he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. On second down, it's Hunt. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on third and goal. Now Darnold, and this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Darren Waller, his first touchdown on the year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. No surprise there. Third and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This is taken at the 23. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. Now the ball comes loose. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
The penalty moves them into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Bridgewater to throw it. And his throw is incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target, and it's 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Check 52.
Mixon. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. To throw, Bridgewater. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And Gay knocks this one through. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Back to throw, Darnold. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Throwing on second down, Bridgewater. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And that'll make it third down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
52's the Mike. Watch Mike. Watch Mike. 3 bud. 3 bud. Yo, Mike. Off. 52. Here we go, D. Here I come.
Here's Bridgewater. And this is going to be incomplete.
And we're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. They can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Second and 10 now from the 27.
I got you. Check. Lucky.
Darnold now to throw. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So that one a hold, right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
On second down now. It's Hunt, and he'll take this one up to about the 23. Call it a 6-yard gain. Still plenty of work to do coming up. 3rd and 14.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Pull it together. 49. Check 49. Under 10. 10. Check the backer.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. He did well to get him 8 yards, but it's still going to mean a call to the punt team on 4th down. Here's Matt Bosher now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 38-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
We got 4.
Throwing is Bridgewater. And he fires one incomplete. Giovanni Bernard, the intended receiver, out of the backfield. And it's 3rd down. He has still not connected on a single pass in this second half.
And right now they're going through all the different reasons, the whys, the wherefores. Bottom line, got to find some completions in there and get their offense moving.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know.
Play action now. Bridgewater. And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Here's Logan Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're coming off a 3 and out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They'll run again with Hunt. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So their move is to decline that so they don't get another 2nd down. It'll be 3rd.
So that has to tell us that they're pretty confident in their 3rd down defense, right?
Absolutely.
Whether it's their sub package or nickel package, whatever they want to run out there, they feel like they can defend here on 3rd down.
So a 3rd and 9 and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
I think it's pretty safe to say that when you're up 3 touchdowns, the last thing you want to do is hang one up there and put it in jeopardy and possibly get it intercepted. Got a nice lead. You should be able to protect it. But if you get careless with the football, look out.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, watch the slant. Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip. It's free. It's free.
Bridgewater. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
52's the mark, boy. 52.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner, and I don't think with 3 scores down in the 3rd quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. Here's Logan Cook now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Hey, we got a seal. We got a seal. We got a seal. Man, I got you. Come on, young lady. Show it up. Show it up. Young lady.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. So possession goes over here on the punt.
At their own 46-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Bridgewater. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Back now in Los Angeles. The Bills have the football, but they trail here as we begin quarter number 4. The offense on 3rd down tonight, not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Now it's Mixon running right. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bills get a bit closer. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on 3rd down, doesn't matter how far they need for a first down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, picked up the first down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
Let's go. The Rams take over 1st First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Well, they completed the pass but lost yardage, so they'll decline the penalty.
Perfect play for them, isn't it? Who needs a penalty? When you try and throw the ball, you don't even get it downfield, and they go ahead and snuff out the play. They'll take that as a result.
All day, every day, any day.
To throw on second down is Darnold. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off near the 34. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. Gay is on for the point after. And the lead will shrink to 6.
Makes the score Rams 23, Bills 17.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a 1-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward.
Let's go. Let's do this.
So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down.
Not a blitz, but the guy who's normally the last line of defense recognized that he had a chance to get to the quarterback, and that's exactly what he did.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Here's Darnold. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Here's Darnold. He'll let it go deep for Foster. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
On 1st down, Mixon fighting through, and he's got space. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Back to Mixon on 1st down. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal. They come up on a first and goal and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and a PAT for the lead. Now a toss play to Bernard. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Giovanni Bernard, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead here in the 4th. A very important extra point there, up and good, and they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 35. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now it's Darnold. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he's going to get this inside the 30. First down Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On the draw, this is Penny. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
A good solid run there as we head towards the home stretch of this game.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Let's make these babies crawl all the way back home. Kill, kill, kill. Turn it up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn it up. Shift, shift. Check 99. Check 99.
Again, it's Penny. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
So here comes a very important kick now for Michael Badgley. Badgley able to knock this one through. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
Let's go.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
At this stage, you've got to hustle, got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
Again, it's Mixon. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Back to throw. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ballgame. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Bridgewater to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
Here's Bridgewater. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Aaron Donald. He continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. And Charles, in this one, the 4th quarter became a lot more interesting, I know, than I anticipated. Probably you anticipated. A comeback bid falling just a little bit short.
You're never supposed to count a team out, and I know we didn't on air, but mentally, I just didn't see this type of a comeback, especially one that put them in a position to put the real pressure on them down the stretch.
So for the Rams, it's a 2nd win on the year now as they move to 2-8. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Bills, the run to begin the season is over as they drop to 9-1 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.